Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I am your host, June Archer. You are now tuned into the Winner Circle. My guest today is the founder and CEO of Afro Unicorn. She has some special things that she wants to share, and she has some really inspiring things that you need to know about. Please welcome to the stream, Miss April Showers. April, welcome to the show.
Thank you, June, for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you all. So thank you.
You're very, very welcome. I want to say April Showers is a very beautiful name. How did you even get that moniker, April Showers?
Well, my daddy is Herman Showers. And my mother said that if I was a girl, I would be April, and if I was a boy, I'll be Thunder. So
Wow,
that's how I got it.
that's that's dope. Because you know, certain names, certain things. So April, I'm June. June, that is April, and we are here. You are the first Black woman, the first Black licensed brand to be in Walmart. How does it feel, and how did that come about?
Well, I'm actually the first Black woman to have a licensed brand character in major retail, period, not just Walmart. So it's an amazing feeling. A lot of times people don't even understand what does it mean to be a licensed brand character. So I try to bring it to layman's terms. My direct competitors are Disney, Marvel, and Nick. So if you go to the party aisle, I sit next to Elsa. I sit next to Disney Princess and Elmo. If you look at the clothes, I'm next to Hello Kitty and Star Wars. If you go to the doll section, I'm next to Mickey Mouse. So that is what I am. I'm the first Black woman to have a licensed brand character in major retail.
Now, tell us a little bit about the character, because we I read the notes and just excited about Afro Unicorn and all that you're doing. But what was the inspiration behind Afro Unicorn?
So the inspiration was really an avatar for myself. A friend, a male friend, kept referring to me as a unicorn. He was like, "April, you a unicorn, you a unicorn." He said it for 2 years. And finally, I was like, "Cortez, why do you keep calling me a unicorn?" He was like, "Well, because you're running your businesses. Also operate an insurance agency. I'm a licensed real estate broker." And he was like, "And you raising your boys." I'm a single mom of two amazing honor roll student Black boys. And he was like, "You're a unicorn." I'm like, "I'm a woman. I'm a Black woman. This is what we do. We hold it down." He was like, "No, you do it at an extraordinary level. You are indeed a unicorn." I didn't know much about unicorns. I kind of grew up like a tomboy. So I actually had to go to Google to see what they were about. I saw that they were unique, that they were mystical. I'm like, I'm definitely unique. I'm definitely Black girl magic. So I started to use that emoji in our phones over and over again. And then one day it hit me like, why is it only white? Who determined that unicorns were only supposed to be white? So at that moment, it no longer resonated with me. I went to go find one that looked like me, went out on Google again, couldn't find one. And so instead of complaining about it, I wanted to be the change that I wanted to see. And so I created Afro Unicorn to be my avatar. And then when I saw the image, I'm like, it's probably other people, other women out here that don't realize that they're unicorns too. So I want to create a movement to find these other unicorns. So let them know you're already a unicorn. It was based on their whole entrepreneurship journey. I'm a strong believer that you should never rely on one source to dictate your livelihood. So I wanted to encourage other entrepreneurs on their journey or help them start their journey. So I literally just gave them the image to represent who they were, but I wanted to create a platform. I created that platform on Instagram where I would just highlight what made them unique, divine, and magical, and told my followers to go follow them in their businesses and patronize their businesses. And I've been doing that from day one. So it's it's like two parts with Afro Unicorn. We have all this amazing product, first Black woman, all that is great, but it was started with this entrepreneurial spirit and helping other entrepreneurs on their journey. I've been promoting Small Business Saturday since 2019 when I launched Afro Unicorn. And all we do is just promote other businesses. Like that is what I'm really big on. It's not just, it used to be like women, but now it's children businesses and men businesses. Like we're just promoting entrepreneurship, and I'm trying to find people that look like me that I can support and push through their journey.
Now, why is it so important now more than ever that we encourage, inspire, motivate our young women of color to create their own businesses, to be the face of their own brands as we're going into the next 20 years in terms of marketing, promoting, social media? Why is it so important?
It's important that we see representation in every aspect that we are involved in. People always say, "What kind of products do you have?" For me, I'm very fortunate when, typically one person you'll meet, you're talking to them about their hair care line or about, they have an apparel line. We have it all. So I'm able to reach a mass for that representation, but we need more of it. So in every single area, it's important that we own our businesses, we own our IP. So I'm very big on intellectual property and owning intellectual property. Very fitting that this is part of this is 50 and IP. He got off on an IP deal, like was one of the
Yes.
first to get off on it. I think about the infamous interview with Sway and Kanye, where Sway was telling Kanye, well, Kanye was saying like, I can't get to the level of the Calvin Kleins and the Ralph Laurens, and Sway was like, "You're a millionaire. You just go build your own warehouse, make your own shirts, do your own this." And he was like, "You ain't got the answers. Like, that ain't it. I lost 27 million trying to do it that way. That ain't it." And he was like, "It's the information that's not getting to me. And you
Right.
don't have the answers. And I'm waiting for somebody to give me those answers." And you fast forward 60 years later, he does a licensing deal with Adidas. We could debate how great his licensing deal was, but
Right.
he does a licensing deal with Adidas and he becomes a billionaire. So it's really the information, because this space that I'm in, it's not a lot of people that look like me. And I've only named two black males, but as it relates to black females, it's really not a lot of black females in the licensing space. They don't even know what it is. Hell, I didn't know what it was until Walmart approached me and brought me into this very small group of people that really run licensing.
Now, for you, I'm certain this did not happen overnight. What were some of the obstacles that you had to endure? What were some of the the roadblocks that you stumbled upon in order to become the April Showers that we know, author, founder, CEO? What were some of those things?
So people that know me and follow me know that if I see a wall, I go through it. I have a saying that says all gas, no brakes. They know that that's me. Like, you show me an obstacle course and I'm already in that mud trying to figure out, okay, well, if we hop this wall, if we go over here. So the biggest challenge that I have is just being in this space, being the first black woman to have licensed brand character, knowing my competitors are Disney, Marvel, and Nick. And I'm graded on the same level
Right.
without the same means as Disney, Marvel, and Nick. So that is it's a daily grind, because at the end of the day, the retailers aren't saying, "Oh, it's a black owned brand, so we're going to give her the affirmative action buy-in plan." No, it doesn't work
No,
like
it
that.
doesn't work
Like,
like that.
I'm still graded on the same level. There is no curve. So when those sales reports come out each week, they're going to look to see where does Afro Unicorn fall as it relates to that they have 6 licenses and party supplies. Where are we with those 6 licenses? Mind
Mhm.
you, I'm competing against Batman.
Right.
So
Right.
for me, having platforms, and I really appreciate this opportunity, June, like seriously, from the deepest part of my heart, because for me, I have to be able to get the word out, one, of Afro Unicorn, two, that it is controlled and owned 1000% by a black woman, and get that out to the people so that they know to go support Afro Unicorn. Because I always say I'm the first, but I don't want to be the last. But the only way they're
Absolutely.
going to even give us another opportunity is if Afro Unicorn makes it. So that is the daily challenge is competing against companies who have billion-dollar budgets.
And we have to support businesses like you. We have to support entrepreneurs and women of color like yourself. So for me, April, it is an honor to have this opportunity to interview and have a intimate moment with you as it relates to promoting your brand. I want to talk about the books. I'm super excited because our young people. Here's a statistic that I read recently: almost 70% of our young people are unable to read at a certain grade level,
Mm.
third, fourth grade. I find that to be remarkably sad. especially when you take phonics out of school. And now they're saying to us, I believe there was a report maybe a week ago, we're thinking about bringing phonics back into school. Well, we shouldn't have got rid of them in the first place. I want to talk about the books. Um, you have some fantastic characters, unique, divine, and magical. Tell me about the books.
So I have a deal with Random House where ooh, we have 2 books out right now, A Magical Day, and I have a Little Golden Book, which is a really big deal. If anybody knows anything about Little Golden Books, they are limited, timeless, classic editions that we had growing up in the 70s. That's how long Little Golden Books have been around. So I have We Are Afro Unicorns, and our books are all about teaching children how to be kind, how to work together, how to problem solve. I feel like coming out of the pandemic, we lacked a lot of social skills. Kids weren't really interacting with each other. There's a lot of bullying in the schools. So I really wanted to have a series of books, which is actually going to eventually be an actual cartoon where it's going to teach about kindness and but really working together to solve problems. So life is always going to have a curveball. There's always going to be problems, but how can you get to the resolution? And collectively, we do well when we work together. And
Yes.
so I really wanted to teach real lessons. We have an interesting character that's going to be in the series. She's not in the books right now. But her name is Madam Empress, and Madam Empress used to be friends with Unique, Divine, and Magical, but something happened. Sometimes in relationships, things happen. You even know why they happen, but somebody takes offense to it, and you don't know why. You don't have a conversation, but then they go off on their own. And so now Madam Empress is kind of like our villain, but she's a good-hearted person. And but part of the land is whenever they have a problem, they actually need Madam Empress to help solve it. But Madam Empress doesn't like kindness. So they have to find creative ways to get Madam Empress to show her kindness to solve it. They do it in a very clever way. And it's just going to get kids thinking about, you know what? I can work together. I we because you as a black woman in business, I need other black women. I need black men. I need everybody to help me
Yes.
get to where I need to be. That is one of my mottos in life. I got it from Zig Ziglar. If you help enough people get to where they want to be, you'll get to where you need to be. And I really feel like that's why I'm so blessed and why my life is the way it is and why doors and windows alleyways open up for me and floodgates fly in because I am truly invested in helping other people. So my books are really a reflection on how I live my life. So yeah, we have Unique, Divine, and Magical. We announced yesterday this is Hispanic Heritage Month. That Divine is Afro Latina.
Nice.
So I'm really excited for the inclusivity of the Afro Unicorn brand.
And I love how you talk about conflict because it seems as though you're weaving in real world experience for our young readers, but it's not just for young readers, but adults can actually partake in reading with our young people. And I'm certain you want that part. So what can adults take away from, these books? Because sometimes we feel like, oh, you're adult enough, you've been around, but old can't teach a dog old, new tricks. What can parents and caretakers take from these books and characters like Unique, Divine, Magical, and Madam Empress?
Well, everyone on my team has already identified themselves with one of the characters. You really it was an avatar. It was created off of me. So I'm a real person
Mhm.
that goes through real stuff and real problems. So the characters, everyone's going to find a character that they can identify with. I think it's important that we get back to reading to our children. A lot of I don't really see that happening anymore. I'm actually on our social media account, Afro Unicorn underscore official. Tomorrow, I'm going to be announcing a giveaway that if you get our little golden book and you read it to your child or your child reads it to you at night, I have a ton of bedding stuff. I'm going to ship you out free bedding products because I really want us to get that bond back. My mom read to me to where I wasn't reading, but I could read the book back to her. I knew every single line in the books that she read. And I love that time that I got to spend with my mom and my dad with reading. So I would love for parents. I know everybody's on their phones, everybody's on their iPads, but so take that quality time to read to your children. And so I want to encourage you to do that. And you're going to enjoy our books. So we have the two books that came out now. I have another book coming out on 1010. It's a holiday book. I have like four more books coming out before spring of next year. So you got a lot of Afro Unicorn stuff that you can read to your kids.
I love it. I love it. And listen, I'm just gonna throw it out there. If you need someone to guest read to these young people on IG Live or Facebook Live, please, I will be there to support any way I can. Where can we find you? Where can we follow you? And where can we get these books?
So you can follow me on Got April Showers. That's on my personal page. The brand is Afro Unicorn _ official. And the books are sold wherever books are sold. You can get them at Barnes and Noble, Amazon, anywhere. Just type in Afro Unicorn books and they should pop up.
April, I thank you so much. They say April showers bring May flowers, but the hottest month is in June.
Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is author, founder, CEO, entrepreneur, and just a all around unapologetically dope woman of color, April Showers. April, thank you so much for joining me on the show. I wish you nothing but success. I want to ask you before we leave, music is a soundtrack to our lives. What song best represents your journey up to this point, or what artist inspires you the most?
James Brown, say it loud. I'm black and I'm
Black and I'm
proud.
proud. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, that's April Showers. I'm June Archer. Please, I always like to end the show in this fashion. Don't leave the opportunity undone to tell somebody that you love them. It may be the last opportunity you have to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. April, I love you. Keep
I
doing
love
what
you
you're doing.
too.
We are so proud of you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is June Archer. This is the Winner Circle. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.
Thank you, June.